Welcome to the season 1 finale. I hope everyone had a great harvest this year. In this episode, we're going to look back at what we've learned this year and give you some key takeaways to keep in mind when planning for 2025. One of the topics we kept coming across this year was nutrient deficiencies. Whether it was nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur, all very common deficiencies out in our fields. But sometimes those deficiencies get confused with one another. Here's Keith Byerly and Jacob Gaden to explain more.
What we see pretty consistently across the last 20 years is that continent-wide, 45 to 50% of our soils are deficient in phosphorus, and it's very similar in potassium. So 1 out of every 2 acres as we go across the farm is in theory deficient on those nutrients today.
Drive around the country, you'll start to see some wheat and corn fields start to look yellow, especially on hilltops and side hills. First thing people go to is nitrogen deficiency. This time of year, people think they're short on nitrogen, but a lot of times it's sulfur that crop's a little short on.
So how do you tell the difference?
Nitrogen's mobile in the plant, sulfur's immobile in the plant, so if that top of the plant is what's turning yellow, more often than not it's sulfur. There can be some other micronutrient deficiencies that look similar, but in our neck of the woods, most of the time it's a sulfur deficiency.
So what can we do about nutrient deficiencies? If we really want to push higher yields, we have to commit to a crop nutrition program that is simple and works for you. Here's Ben Levis to talk about what he's done to push higher yields.
220, 230 used to be crazy. Now we like to see 250, 260. To push these yields to higher, we are finding that NP and K isn't doing it. Putting more urea is not doing it. All the micro essentials and all the micronutrients that come with it, those are starting to help, and we can for sure see the differences over the course of the last 5 years. The simplicity of it, the simple one product, one pass across, you can't really beat that.
The fact of the matter is, over the last 20 years, we've seen that average yield increase by probably 20, 25 bushels in most areas for corn.
Up to 60% of your yields are a direct result of crop nutrition. And we're here to help you figure out the best way to make sure that your crops are getting the nutrients they need.
So really for the farmer, even though it might sound sophisticated and complicated on our side, what it's really doing is delivering a single solution to the farmer that allows them to have a very simple fertilization plan. Now, I'm on the R&D side. I don't get to interact with our growers as much, but surely you've had to hear some feedback from them.
They see so many benefits, not just a yield, but the features of having 2 forms of sulfur, of having that better nutrient uptake and having much better distribution of those nutrients out in the field. So once we get a farmer, they usually stick with us.
We sure hope you enjoyed the season 1 of Advanced Crop Nutrition, and we encourage you to come back to our previous episodes to dive deeper into the technology and find more tips on how to increase your yield and make your operation more profitable. We'll be back in 2025 with more episodes, and in the meantime, please let us know what topics you want us to cover in the comments below. Cut to the blooper reel. Oh, wasn't supposed to say that.
Do I say take one? We're only going to do a take one.
Like the biggest bonus, I swear.
Welcome to the team, by the way.
I've taught you all the things that you know.
Oh yeah, here we go.
If you're looking to stay up to date on advanced crop nutrition, it's all on cropnutrition.com. And don't forget, subscribe to the ACNI newsletter while you're there.